In the bustling city of New York, where skyscrapers pierced the clouds like ambitious dreams, lived a young man named Elias Hawthorne. Elias was born into a modest family in a small apartment in Queens, where his parents worked tirelessly as a teacher and a mechanic. From a young age, Elias dreamed big, visions of building empires, creating jobs, and leaving a legacy that would inspire generations. But dreams alone weren't enough, he knew that. His idol? Donald Trump, the real estate mogul turned president, whose story of relentless hustle and unshakable belief had captivated him since he first read The Art of the Deal as a teenager. Elias's journey began at 18, fresh out of high school. He had no college degree, no inheritance, just a burning desire to rise. If Trump could turn a loan from his father into $1 billion empire, Elias thought, I can start from scratch. His dream was to build affordable housing that blended luxury with accessibility, transforming rundown neighborhoods into thriving communities. But dreaming big required action. Elias took a job as a construction worker, waking at 5 a.m. every day, his hands calloused from hauling bricks and mixing cement. He saved every penny, skipping parties and luxuries, building discipline like a fortress around his ambitions. Discipline became his mantra. Elias created a rigid routine, gym at dawn for physical strength, followed by online courses in real estate and business during lunch breaks. Evenings were for reading, books on negotiation, leadership, and resilience. He admired Trump's discipline, how the man reportedly slept only 4 hours a night, pouring energy into deals. Elias mirrored that, sacrificing sleep for study. Success isn't given, it's forged, he whispered to himself during grueling shifts. His coworkers mocked him, calling him the dreamer, but Elias's strong belief shielded him. He visualized his first building, a gleaming tower named Hawthorne Heights, rising against the skyline. Yet, failure struck early and hard. At 22, Elias scraped together $10,000 from savings and side gigs to invest in his first venture, a small renovation project in Brooklyn. He partnered with a shady contractor who promised quick flips. Excitement bubbled as they gutted an old brownstone, but corners were cut, permits ignored. The city shut it down midway, citing violations. Elias lost everything, his savings, his credit, and his confidence. Creditors hounded him, and his parents worried he'd end up broke. Lying awake in his childhood bedroom, Elias felt the weight of defeat. Why me? He questioned. But then he remembered Trump's bankruptcies. 6 times the man had filed, yet each time he rose stronger. Failure isn't the end, it's the teacher, Elias realized. Learning from mistakes became his turning point. He dissected the flop, poor due diligence, trusting the wrong people, ignoring red flags. Elias enrolled in a free community college course on real estate law, vowing never to repeat those errors. He networked at industry events, approaching strangers with a firm handshake and genuine curiosity. One evening, at a real estate mixer, fate intervened. Elias overheard a group discussing Trump's early deals, the boldness of branding everything with his name, the art of the comeback. Inspired, Elias introduced himself to a seasoned investor named Sophia Vale, a sharp-witted woman in her 50s, with a portfolio of successful flips. Sophia saw potential in his eyes, that same fire she'd read about in Trump's biographies. Sophia became his mentor, teaching him the ropes, how to spot undervalued properties, negotiate like a lion, and build teams that shared his vision. Belief is your currency, she said. Trump believed in America. You believe in your communities. Elias worked harder than ever, interning unpaid at her firm while holding 2 jobs. Discipline deepened. He tracked every expense in a journal, meditated daily to strengthen his mindset, and visualized success as if it were already his. Doubts crept in during tough times, like when a promising deal fell through due to zoning issues. But Elias's strong belief held firm. I rise with Trump, he adopted as his personal slogan, meaning he rose with triumph, emulating the resilience of his idol. By 25, Elias launched his second venture. Armed with lessons from failure, he secured a small loan through sheer persistence, pitching to 20 banks before one said yes. He bought a derelict warehouse in the Bronx, transforming it into mixed-use apartments with green spaces and community centers. Challenges abounded: supply chain delays, labor shortages, even a storm that flooded the site. Each setback tested his discipline, but Elias adapted. He learned to pivot, negotiating extensions with suppliers and motivating his team with pep talks echoing Trump's motivational style. "We're not just building walls, we're building futures," he'd say. The project succeeded beyond expectations. Hawthorne Heights opened to fanfare, selling out units in months. Local news covered it as a beacon of urban renewal, praising Elias's vision. Profits rolled in, allowing him to pay off debts and invest in more. But success brought new failures. A larger development in Manhattan hit snags, environmental protests, inflated costs. Elias faced public backlash, accused of gentrification. Hurt but undeterred, he listened, learned, and adjusted, incorporating affordable units and community input. Overcoming failure means evolving, he reflected, drawing from Trump's political ups and downs. As years passed, Elias's empire grew. By 30, he owned a portfolio worth millions, employing hundreds. He founded a nonprofit teaching entrepreneurship to underprivileged youth, sharing his story: dream big, but work harder. Build discipline like armor. Hold strong belief through storms. Overcome failure by learning from it. One day, opportunity knocked in an unexpected way. At a charity gala, Elias met Donald Trump himself. Shaking hands, Elias shared how Trump's journey inspired him. Trump grinned. "Kid, you rose on your own. That's the American way." Elias's life became a testament to perseverance. He married his college sweetheart, Lila Evergreen, a talented architect who designed his buildings with grace and innovation. Together, they built not just structures, but lives, adopting 2 children and fostering a home filled with love and ambition. Reflecting on his path, Elias wrote his own book, Rise with Triumph, dedicating it to those chasing dreams. "I rose with Trump as my guide," he penned, "but the real power was within me all along." Today, Elias stands atop his tallest tower, gazing at the city that once seemed unconquerable. His story inspires millions through speeches in his YouTube channel, where he shares raw tales of grit. Dreaming big got him started. Working hard built the foundation. Discipline kept him steady. Strong belief fueled the fire. Overcoming failure sharpened his edge, and learning from mistakes turned scars into stars. In the end, rising isn't about following icons. It's about forging your own path, one resilient step at a time.